All right, how's it going, beautiful people of Instagram? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist, coming to you from my art studio. Today's a Monday, and look at my beard, man. I'm not looking good today. Let me see my hair. Let me look. Look at that. Look at my side profile. Muy guapo. So, today I'm going to talk to you guys about your mindset. What's up here controls out here, right? Because if this is right, then you can move to whatever you need to do. You move to your goals. You move to your, your goals. Exactly that. So, thank you guys for joining me to Mindset Monday, where I talk about being an artist and having the right mindset to be a successful one. Because many of us are artists, but very few are successful. Here's something that I've learned. Many are artists, right? Many are good artists. They have some sort of thing happening, a little gallery exhibit here, sell some prints over here, sell an original painting over there. You know, they have the good, the okay, I guess, the good thing, right? But a very small group of artists are actually reaching their goals and beyond, right? And I mean, an even smaller group of artists are not reaching their goals. And what I mean by that is that their goals are so gigantic that that's a good thing, right? Who said this? I think Michelangelo said it. It was either Da Vinci or Michelangelo. I think it was Michelangelo who said, "How's it going, Kim?" Yeah, I think he was praying and told God, "Please allow me to have bigger goals, bigger goals. My ambition to be bigger, right?" It's a good thing. I know it's not very popular amongst some people, but it's a good thing. Dude, guys, look, check this out. I got Starbucks water. Ain't this stupid? This is a stupid thing. Like Starbucks water. I got water over here in my studio. I have a fridge and a full functioning kitchen in my art studio. Why do I have to get Starbucks water? I have no idea, but I do. My wife got me into it. Anyways, I don't know. It's just, I think they're promoting their tea. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Please say hello, like Kim. Let me know that you're listening. It helps a lot. That way I don't feel so lonely and I feel like you guys are participating. I like this to be an interactive talk. I like this to be a group thing, right? You guys get to talk and we get to chill here. And you know, if you guys got some questions or you guys agree, don't agree, let me know. I'm a big boy. I can take it. If you don't agree with what I got to say, it's cool. It works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. You know, I know it works for me. I can't speak for everyone else. So here we go. Mindset Monday. Bam! Muy guapo. I look good today. I'm telling you guys. I know I just said that, but I really am. So, that's great so far. I agree. I love that, Kim. Thank you. So, here we go. 3 things, okay? 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I do look great. I took a shower, that's why. I'm getting in the habit of taking a shower before I get to the studio, not just when I leave. So, 3 things that unsuccessful artists have in common. 3 things, okay? I'm gonna go through the 3 things that unsuccessful artists have in common. And guys, please don't get your feelings hurt. When I say unsuccessful, unsuccessful, I am not saying that unhappy. I am not saying unhappy. I am not saying without peace. I am not saying. I'm just. Please, guys, bear with me. I'm saying you want to be a successful artist, working artist, right? I just didn't want to make the title too long. That's all. And you're not being a successful working artist because you're not working at it, right? Be it you are not disciplined to work, or you just don't know how to sell your work, or, you know, whatever it is, right? You don't know what it takes, and you may not have developed what it takes, right? The muscle. So that's what I mean by it. I don't mean unhappy, because you could be, I mean, success is relative, whatever it is for you. But here, I'm talking about working artists. Okay, if you're not working in your craft, then I'm sorry. I'm gonna dub you as unsuccessful. So here we go. Don't take it personal. 3 things unsuccessful artists have in common. Okay, numero uno. You're not committed enough. Okay, you gotta commit. You gotta be like, dude, I'm gonna put in the time. I'm gonna put in the effort. I'm going to learn how to do this. I'm going to learn how to paint, and I'm going to maybe unlearn. It's not just learning. It's also unlearning. And consistency is one for sure. Definitely. So, number 1. I get to name the topics, Kim. Just joking. Inconsistency is 3.8 because Kim has helped us with that one, okay? It's 3.5, not 3.8. 3.5, okay? So the first one is you're not committed enough. Yeah. You're not committed enough. You got to commit, guys. You got to be like, dude, I want that. I got to go get it, right? There's a lot of talk out there on manifesting and all this kind of stuff. You more on the hippie side, get that kind of stuff. I like it. I'm cool with it. Because I understand whatever the mind points is where you go. But I'm also about getting it done physically, right? Getting some help and getting a group of people, or first yourself, right? Can't get a group of people if you are not excited. They won't follow you. If they don't see you, you know, with the power, they're not going to follow you. So, and the inner power is the most important one, right? So you're not committed enough. There's many artists out there who are like, man, I want to be an artist. I want to be a working artist. I want to do this. I want to do that. But then they don't commit. Spend too much time smoking, too much time drinking, too much time playing video games, you know, and on and on and on. And it's cool, you know. I'm not a video game type of person, but I used to like going and hanging out, you know. I mean, I was a musician, so I was always like, yeah, weekend bar, blah, blah. The problem is that I never got anything done because of that. You know, I was at best a mediocre musician, you know. I thought I played well and whatnot, but I was never dedicated. So the skill level didn't matter. What mattered was that I needed to be dedicated, right? So, number 1, you're not committed enough. Number 2, you're not busy enough. You got to get busy. I know I've talked about this extensively, how you need to get busy. Not one action, many actions. You need actions happening. You need to be doing this. Ta, 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 ta. You need to be painting. Ta, ta, ta. You need to be picking up the phone. Yes, hello, my name is Jose Trujillo. In your case, your name, right? And connect with people. And use Instagram. And make a video. And are you overwhelmed yet? If you are, it's okay. Welcome to the group. This is the way it is. It's not going to happen by one action. Like, oh, I just paint, and then it's all going to happen. No. You got to get busy enough, right? With actions. There needs to be multiple actions happening. So, you're not busy enough. Number 2. Number 3, you're not thinking big enough. Your think is small. Okay? These are the 3 things unsuccessful artists have in common. 3 things. The third one is you're not thinking big enough. You're thinking too small. How many artists are like, man, I want to get into the print market, and then they start doing postcards. Like, really? Like, what the hell is that? You know? Here, I gotta take a sip of my coffee. Because now I'm mad. But yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Artists are like, I'm going to get all businessy, right? They try to get all businessy, and the very first thing that they do is they go small. You know, you start out by being like, man, I'm going to make these big paintings and blah, blah, and this stuff and blah, blah. And I'm not just talking about the format of the artwork. But that's a very easy way to see it, right? All of a sudden they start making like, how can I make SEO cards? I think that's what they're called. SEO? Yeah, I think they're called SEO, if I'm not mistaken. The little cards. Exchangeable cards. Or how can I make and I'm not saying don't do that, because it does work. What I'm saying is don't just do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Because a lot of artists do that. Just that. Or they're like, oh man, I wonder how can I get my artwork in a little cup and make a little painting here. And I don't know, little think, little stuff. You know, it's too little. It's too little. It's not. It doesn't yield. You know, if your think is big, then your action's going to follow. Ah, I dropped gold right now. Bam. See, every now and then what am I talking about? I drop gold every day. If your think is big enough, right? Regardless of how big your think is, your action will follow. Because your action tries to match your think. Now, I'm not talking about wishful think. I'm talking about, like, things that you actually start believing. You say it so much that you actually start believing it. You're writing in your goals. That's not wishful, okay? Now, this is not actionable. It's not planned. That's a good way to put it. I love that. It's not actionable where I'm saying, okay, from A to B to C, this is how you do it. That's different, okay? That's an attack plan, which is essential. You have to have that. I'm not even there yet. I'm not even talking about that right now. Okay, I am there, but I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about just at least start getting the thing bigger, right? Get it big. Get it like don't think, yeah, it's progression. Absolutely. But you got to think about like, man, I want to get into that gallery, right? Don't think about just yeah, progression. Don't think about just getting into the gallery. Be like, dude, I want to be the most badass artist in my town. Maybe in the city. Maybe in the state. Maybe in the United States. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll start thinking, I'm going to be the world's greatest living artist. And then you can join my team. But yeah, you know, your thing has to be big. And you got to remind yourself of this thing. Because then, see, I tell myself I'm the world's greatest living artist. And I tell other people, how do you think I wake up in the morning? Right? I don't go like, I wonder what I'm going to do today. I wonder if I'm inspired. No, automatically it's like, dude, what is the world's greatest living artist supposed to do? I mean, if you're the world's greatest living artist, you got to show up as the world's greatest living artist, right? Whether it's true or not yet to the world, it's true to you, right? Whether the world backs you up or not, that doesn't mean anything yet, right? Whether the world reflects it back to you. Muhammad Ali used to say, I'm the greatest before he was the greatest. And you have to have that think, right? That think, and then you'll show up and back it up. That's uplifting. I'm gonna create a masterpiece. I love that. Start with a Starbucks water. This is really where the magic comes from. That's it. Everybody's like, dude, how can I get inspired? This is it right here. This is inspiration juice. The coffee, no, the coffee is just it's to swallow down the water. So, there you guys have it. Again, it's 3 things. 3 things unsuccessful artists do. Okay? You got to start getting into the idea that you're successful, and you got to start, you know. Oh, 3.5. You got to, that successful artist, thanks, Kim. Inconsistency. You got to be consistent with all 3 of these. Okay? See? It helps when you guys interact. Thank you. So number 1, once again, 3 things unsuccessful artists do. Do not do this. Figure out how to start doing the opposite of this. Okay? The opposite of this. Number 1, you're not committed enough. Get committed. Tell yourself what your commitment is. Who are you committed to? Your artwork, your family, your career. What is the commitment? Are you committed to being the world's greatest living artist? Are you committed to be an average artist? Whatever it is. Are you committed to be just paint and see what happens? And, you know, that's not even a commitment, but 99% of artists are thinking like that. Well, I just paint, you know, I'm happy, I do it, and see what happens. That's not a commitment. That's a commitment to no commitment, which is very philosophical, but it's not good. So get committed. Get committed. You're not committed enough. Okay. Number 2, you're not busy enough. You're not moving. You're not moving fast enough, and you're not jumping from project to project. And what I mean by this, I'm not talking about start making up projects. No, they have to point in the direction of where you're going. For example, right? You want to get a gallery exhibit? Very simple. Start going and start knocking on some doors. That's one action. What else can you do? Well, I got to do a body of work. That's another action. Okay? What else can you do? well, I got to come up with an idea or a way that I can contact people. How's it going? Joanna's Tanzak. I hope I pronounced it correctly. That's another action, right? Go and find out where the gallery owners are having lunch, because gallery owners don't have lunch in the gallery. They go out and have lunch. You know why they do that? Here's another nugget, golden nugget time. Because they're experts at sales, right? Especially the good galleries. So they go and network. And the best way to network for many people who have galleries in downtown areas or main streets and busy places is to go to the higher end little places, cafes around, because who is sitting there? Well, your doctors, your lawyers, your high end, I don't know, firms, accountants, and blah blah blah, small business owners, right? Because they're paying a little bit more to be in those places. That's where the art gallery owners hang out. Curators and helpers, they don't understand that. They take lunch because they don't know better. But the owners know better. I know, because I used to own a retail shop with my wife. That's how that works. You start going out into the community, and you have lunch with them. Find out where are they having lunch, and make sure to be there and be around and get close to them. Get close to them. Don't be a pest, but get close to them. Figure out how you can get close to them. Start having a conversation and become acquainted. Become friendly. Anyways, you're not busy enough, so you got to have many actions, right? Maybe some business cards, that's an action. Throw some business cards. Maybe some Facebook ads, that's an action. Maybe one of these little videos, that's another action. Whatever, right? But you got to have actions that are pointing to where you're going, right? Me going and watching, I don't know, 3 hours of TV, it's not an action. It's not an action to where I'm going. Or me watching, I don't know, a documentary on Picasso, it's not an action to where I'm going unless you're using it for inspiration. And still, it's not an action. That's like it's dumb. It's you time. It's fun time. It's not an action. Make sure to put in actions, right? Priming a canvas, that's an action. Don't spend all day. Don't call it. I know artists, man, they do this shit all the time. I'm like, oh man, Now, if it's a hobby, it's cool, right? But I'm not talking about hobby here. I'm talking about being a working artist. I hear artists saying, today it's priming day. I'm like, what? Why are you making an event out of it? Why are you spending the whole day priming artwork, priming canvases? Like, spend only 30 minutes priming canvases, and then move on to painting something, and then move on to making a video, and then move on to talking to a gallery. And, you need actions. I'm dropping the biggest golden nuggets right here, right now. If you don't get it now, and you keep on your journey, you're going to get it 5 years from now. You're going to be like, man, that Jose had it right. Had I listened to him since 5 years ago? But no, you didn't. You waited another 5 years, right? Number 3, you're not thinking big enough. You got to think big enough, okay? These are the 3 things unsuccessful artists have in common. Do not be part of this 3 unsuccessful artist thing. Almost says, oh yeah, I didn't pronounce it right? Joanna Stanzak. I think I nailed it this time. Almost. What's your inspiration to work and create such a great art? Thank you so much. Feel humbled by that. My inspiration is that I don't have inspiration anymore. I just show up to the studio and I start working on it. Long gone are my days of I want to be inspired. Those days created a lot of procrastination and a lot of but they're necessary in the beginning. I must say they're necessary. You have to go, not that you have to, but most artists go through that. I think the vast majority of artists. So one of the ways, if you're going through that right now, one of the ways is to just start soaking yourself in art history and art Go to a lot of museums, galleries, high-end galleries, not the little mom and pop galleries. For the most part, I'm not trying to be like sound stupid or elitist in any way. What I'm trying to say is that the bigger galleries have more established artists, therefore more working artists. Artists are more serious in their career, and therefore they work harder and they work more on their artwork, as opposed to someone who's maybe trying it out, and then a mom and pop gallery kind of let them in and be like, oh, okay, well, let's hang this. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is go get around professional art, right? And soak it in, sketch it, soak it in, be around it, be around professional artists and see what that's like. Especially working artists, you're gonna get a good feel, and then you're gonna see if you're around a working artist, that's all they do, and they make a very nice living, comfortable living, or I even hate that word, comfortable, but a good living, whatever that is for them. Go check it out. Go check one of those artists out, and you'll see what it takes, right? What they're doing, because they're doing actions. They have a Rolodex of people that they made a new painting, and then they go and call 20 people, right? Their best collectors, and they tell them about it. These are the older generations. The newer generations are sending emails and different stuff, but the older generations are still picking up the phone and being like, I just made this painting. It's incredible. You got to come and look at it. I'm going to have a private viewing for my personal collectors this weekend, and blah, blah, blah. And the best ones are a bit of a salespeople as well. So that's what inspires me. It inspires me to be the best artist I can possibly be. Man, I nailed this one. Okay, so 3 things unsuccessful artists have in common. I hope that you guys found any value in this. I hope that you guys didn't take this personal, because I'm not meaning to sound like a butt and make someone feel like, oh, I'm successful, I'm just not monetizing. Yeah, but I'm talking about working artists, okay? You're welcome, Joanna. I'm talking about working artists. I'm not talking about peaceful and happy and because you could be totally successful. I did find value. I love that. Thank you, Kim. Okay, so commit yourself. Get really busy. Get busy. Really, 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 really busy. And start thinking bigger. Go big. Go big or go home. If you're not going to go big, find a daytime job that you really like. I don't know. Go back to school. I don't know. Do something else. But it's hard to do artwork because artwork is a business. So it's very hard to do artwork for a living and think this little. It's very difficult. It doesn't make any sense. It's like you're trying to, I don't know, let's say that you sell Mary Kay, right? The Mary Kay door to door, when they used to do that. I don't know if they still do that. They do the parties. And you're like, I'm only going to talk to 3 people a month, right? You're going to starve. You can't do that, right? Anything. I just said the example of Mary Kay because that's very common. Thank you so much, Ken Cordo. Always keep that heart. Mi corazón. Thank you. Yes. Mi corazón means my heart in Spanish. Yeah. You gotta think big. You know, you can't. You're not gonna make it selling Mary Kay door to door if you just go and visit 3 doors a month. How many galleries do you visit a month? How many prospects do you talk to a month? How many people do you share your paintings with? How many people do you actually share? Not that, oh, I belong in a group of artists that have 20,000 followers and I put something there. That doesn't mean that 20,000 people saw it. Okay? Because the algorithms on Facebook pages and on and on and on, it doesn't work like that. So it doesn't mean that 20,000 people saw it. At best, 100 people saw it. And at best, and they glance through it and they're like, oh, who is this person? Whatever. I'm trying to see something else. Right? I'm not trying to crush anyone's heart here. What I'm trying to do is get a little doses of realism. Okay? And get some of that fantasy out. Not your creativity as an artist, but that fantasy, that lack of really understanding things, you know, because many times when we want something, we're like, it's like me trying to say, man, I want to look like, I don't know, I want to have Brad Pitt abs, right? And be like, I wonder if I could do that with lattes and donuts. And one push-up a week. Maybe I can look like Brad Pitt. And if man, that's really what I'm shooting for. Brad Pitt in Fight Club. That's it right there. Like muy buff and lean. That's my next thing. Anyways, I'm gonna probably record the process of that. That way you guys can see how cool I'm doing it. Thank you so much, guys. My name is Jose Trujillo. I am the world's greatest living artist, and I hope that you guys had a lot of fun. Hey, you're funny. Thank you. A lot of fun with this awesome blog / Instagram live. Share it, like it. I don't know. Give it some hearts. If you guys can tag other people and let them know what we're doing here. We're dropping some awesome value. I'm keeping you guys, reminded. I'm reminding you guys. This is not new. You guys know that. Muchas gracias, Lela Correa. Taller, I love that. Cada día me sorprendes. Muchas gracias. Abrazos, hugs, everybody. Take care. I got to get back to work because remember, I'm going to hammer it again. It's actions, 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 actions. All right, get to work, guys. Adios.